Hello everyone. As you progress in Minecraft, you would need a place to stay in for nights, store your stuff, and also a safe place to call your home. And in this video, I am going to teach you all how to transform your sleepy little box into a bigger, better, more comfortable place to call a home. I am going to split this guide into 3 videos to avoid making them too long and boring for you guys. So without further ado, let's get to building our bigger and better Minecraft house. There are many ways to build a house, and by far the simplest one is by building a box out of one material, such as cobblestone, which is very common throughout the world. Now, if you want to use the other common materials, you can use some oak wood as the wall, some trapdoors, and cobblestone. That's the easiest format, but we can do better. We can experiment with different materials and formats for the house. Usually for beginners, we use the oak cobble or spruce cobble format, but we can do better than that. Usually, most materials used by more advanced builders are related to a certain theme. Oak, birch, and other light forms of wood can look good on cobblestone, while darker forms like spruce fits well with smoother stone variants like stone bricks and polished andesite. Oh, and did I mention andesite? Yes, the block that most people throw out because it clogs the inventory in mining. I recommend keeping a stack or two of these kinds of blocks for later builds. Oak birch cobblestone, or may even include some bricks, can be used to make traditional houses in Minecraft. These blocks are versatile and can be used in almost any form of build. Spruce and dark oak look good with smoother stone variants for use in rustic workshops that are fit for medieval settings. Dark oak can also be paired with the white quartz to make a more classical build, and it can also include a little stone brick in it. Other forms of wood like jungle can be used in other themes. I use jungle for some modern builds due to its great appearance when beside grey or blue terracotta. Acacia is good for western builds and also a little modern building, and that's just what I use. Don't be afraid to experiment with your materials. Next, we experiment with shapes. The most common shape for the base is a square or rectangle. Designs like the L shape are relatively easy to create, and also can include a bonus space for a small terrace on the space left. The Y shape requires a little more space, and it looks like a piece of the back of the house was taken and placed in the front as a portico. Now, there are many add-ons you can put on this one, like multiple terraces, balconies, and even arches. It's your choice to decide which shape to use in your builds. You can even make a circular base, but this is a little more complicated and needs to be perfected gradually. Next up, the walls. This is easier because you just need to extend the base up to a certain height to your desire. Of course, there's a lot of ways to get creative by this. You can put some detail on it using stairs, slabs, corner supports, windows, additional details like trapdoors and fences, and much more. You can put arches, pillars, and others on over the wall, making it look like it supports the build itself. You can even double the thickness, allowing you to put more details into it like slabs. Just make sure that the area is wide enough inside. There are more ways to do walls. Just remember to be creative at all times and don't restrain yourself. Usually, we pick a wood or cobblestone wall, and it's alright because these are the easiest materials to come by. But as always, we can do better. We can use other materials like terracotta for modern builds as they look for me a little better than the brightly colored concrete. I find it a little more detailed as concrete doesn't have the subtle shading details terracotta has. We can even use glass on it for tall buildings and many more possibilities. This is the region of the house that is first seen from the outside, so you have to make it look good and creative. Now the roof is a little harder But most of the time, when we think of the roof, we always think about the same pyramid of stairs above. Sure, this is not only easy, but also looks a lot better than the standard box. But as always, we can do better. Triangular roofs are also quite common, as they also provide more space for a small attic with windows on either end. These can be equipped with other triangles on it. Thus, you can create windows on top of entrances using the triangular roof. You can also create this roof in square bases, making a beautiful looking triangle cross for your house. You can also make the roof taller or shorter. I usually make tall roofs for bigger and more rustic themed houses and mansions, and flatter ones for smaller and a bit of a modern setting. Sometimes, you can even exclude the roof from your build. Yes, but make sure that the highest floor has some form of flat cover on it, or the rain will seep inside. These kinds of flat roofs can also include a roof terrace on it, like this one. There are many designs and additions to the roof than anywhere in the house, so there are a lot of ways to get creative on this one. There's even a spherical roof to match your circular base. So that's the end of this video. I hope you have learned something today, and I'll see you in the next one.